I realize what I'm about to talk about is more Baylor centric and specific to one sport. It's my thoughts on the ItA Texas Regionals, or the and like for the Baylor men. Aside to that, and I'm going to break it down both in singles and doubles. I'm going to start with singles. Tadeusz Perulik, he had a good tournament, got to the quarterfinals, but he struggled at times against guys with more power, like a Tyler Stewart from Texas Tech. Yes, he won that match in 3 sets. Pierce Rawlings, he did struggle, like Pierce Rawlings as well, but that was an indoor match, granted, and that guy was a serve volley. I just think he did okay, but I thought he might have done a little bit better. He's still a top 4/3 player in the singles lineup for me, but I'm not sure he's the answer at one. Jean Borvalets, like the freshman, I from Hungary, he definitely has power, but he needs to learn how to control it. I'm not sure at this moment he's a top 3 player. I'm not sure. It's based on the fall results and no higher than 4 for me even. So, and I also want to mention like some like one additional piece of information, but I'll do that at the very end. Chris Fronston, he has a good serve and all, but the ground strokes do need a little bit more work. Justin Braverman, he definitely improved from last year to so far this year, but he still has some work in progress to get through in some areas. He did force like Texas A&M's Kenner Taylor to 3 sets in a loss in the main draw after winning twice in qualifiers in one day. So now Milanovic, he did improve. I did see improvement from him from the spring when he was actually taken out of the singles lineup. Remember, because he was struggling and he couldn't get past that mental wall. It seemed like he was hitting a freshman wall that he was struggling, and they put him at number 4. But then they pulled him out of the singles lineup. He pushed all Wallen from Texas Tech to 3 sets in the second round of the tournament in the main draw. The prior match was against UTSA's Core 3, which is not like a bad win or anything. He did defeat Pedro Vives Marcos from TCU, who was at number 5 singles last year. That's a good win for him. He definitely can be in a singles lineup. It's just I'm not sure he's like 4 through what position. I think 4 through 6 is more obvious, but I specifically would think 5 or 6. But I don't know. Maybe 4 is the answer. I don't know. Ethan Musa. He definitely, I've seen improvement from him from last year. Granted, he did lose to Sebastian Gornzi, like the TCU freshman, 6-4, 6-1, which that second set he made too many errors. Too many. But after that, he played better. I mean, he even defeated Luke Casper from Texas A&M, who went 18-4 dual matches last year, including 14-2 at the number 6 single spot. I definitely think Ethan Musa can be definitely a 6 spot if he needs to be. But he might miss out because of Luke Koenig, the freshman that's going to come in the spring. Juan Pablo Grassi Mizuchi, he definitely looked good, but I thought he might have played a little bit better, but not like a ton better. It seems like whenever he relaxes and enjoys himself that he plays better. There's no question he's going to be in the top 5 in the singles lineup. No question. But I'm not sure if he's the answer at 2 or 3. Not sure he's there. But I know in the past at UCF he was at those 2 spots. But I think we might have better options for the top 3. Finn Bass. Most impressed by far. Easily in the singles. He has improved so much. still not sure if he's the answer at one, though. But he's definitely a top 3 player in the singles lineup. And definitely top 3 or 4 easily. It's just a matter of is he at 1. Now, doubles wise, Finn and Juan definitely had a good tournament. In fact, the last tournament they played in, they got to the consolation final. I mean, it was painful to lose in the semifinals when the last 2 points were net errors against UTSA's doubles team. But that doubles team beat TCU, the number 3 team in the land. So I definitely think this is the number. I mean, Finn and Juan should be at the number 1 doubles position, but we'll wait and see. Ethan and Justin, I definitely see some improvement, but I don't know if there'll be a doubles team on the dual match season in the spring. Jambor and Tadeus definitely had a good tournament. They made it to the semifinals too. They do need a little more time to get gel as a doubles team, but they are a good doubles team. But this could be our number 2 doubles or 3 doubles position in a dual match season. Of course, we could make changes as needed in the spring because it doesn't have to hinge on the fall stuff. Chris and Marco definitely have a little work to do in terms of progress, but they did defeat a 9 through 16 seed from Texas in Evan McDonald and Eshawn Tellery. Granted, this doubles duo won't be used at all or much in the spring. And yeah, that's all. Hopefully Luke Conan is ready to contribute at 5 or 6 singles and or doubles only. Still, I have no idea who should be at the 1 spot for the men, because that would have been Adrian's spot. As we know, he turned pro. And his coach is actually Brian Bolin, the former Baylor coach, he decided to step down because there were some issues off the court. It's the problem of having like 2 through 4 singles guys and four guys. In addition, hopefully we could stay healthy the rest of the fall and improve as well. I will mention this. Someone asked Martin Braysock on how come he's not played this fall. He said he's not cleared. That's an issue for the team. To me, he would be the obvious 1 answer. He would be the obvious 1. So, yeah, that's a problem. But that's from what I heard from somebody that talked to him, and then that person talked to me about it. So, I also think potentially Baylor men's tennis is a year away from a national title because of no Martin Braysock. We should still return 4 starters in the singles lineup at worst, and even doubles lineup even. So, but maybe we return Finn Bass or Juan Pablo Grassi Mizuchi, or both. But it's still hard because I'm not sure they have an extra year due to COVID, because if they do, they could use it if they want. I wouldn't bank on that, but you never know. Granted, we don't know about the transfer portal because things do happen. And of course, there might be a recruit coming in next fall. Recruits it next fall or even in the spring of the following year. So, I'm just saying this might be a little step back here, but I'm not positive. I still think it's going to be a good team. It's just I'm not sure, like, national title contender good. I think we're more, if we can keep improving, maybe they'll change my mind and think they are a Final Four team. I just don't see that right now. I don't. I think more like Elite 8 at best, or Sweet 16 at this point. But granted, we don't know the schedule and how much these guys will improve, because there's still some fall tennis left to be played. And of course, there might be another guy coming in the spring besides Luke Conan. But that's a big if it happens. So, anyways, that's just all my thoughts on that. That's based on my observation from watching some. So,